Public transport, such as minivans, popularly known as trotro, and taxis, are the most predominant means of commuting within the urban center. Many prioritize their services for commercial activities and work purposes. With a surge in active cases of coronavirus, passengers are obliged to ensure compliance with the health safety measures whenever they board these vehicles. However, during a visit to the Tema station in Accra, some drivers and passengers had very little regard for the protocols. The least said about social distancing protocol, the better. Some passengers had also worn the face mask inappropriately.
When you are wearing the nose mask and it gets wet, you have to take it, sneeze it a bit before you put it on. You cannot see me, I have the nose mask. Yeah. I know that myself, my family, and all that working under me are observing the protocols. That's why you see me putting it on. And I told you the reason why I didn't see that it got wet, and I have to finish before I put it on.
It is a problem for we the drivers. We are facing more challenges in the car. If we move the car now, they will remove it until we reach the barrier. If we reach the barrier, someone will wear it, someone will never wear it. So the government will do something about it. We are facing more challenges in the car. Someone will sit in the car will be coughing without wearing the nose mask. If you say it, then it will turn a fight between you and him. So the government will do something about it for us.
Some passengers, however, advised the public to comply with the order to ensure the safety of others who found themselves in public transport. According to some of the drivers, urging commuters to comply with the health safety protocols sometimes becomes a challenge.
The earlier situation, that was last year, I tried and it nearly ended in the scuffle because the person said no, and you are not a police, so you don't have any force beyond advising the person to. So if the police would rather not, at times the police will try to penalize you, the driver, for allowing the person in, and you don't have any power to force the person out, otherwise it will end up in a fight.
The Ghana Private Road Transport Union, GPRTU, says measures have been put in place to ensure the safety of passengers at various lorry terminals in the coming days.
GPRTU needs to implement a compulsory wearing of face mask at all our lorry terminals by the drivers, driver mates, porters, and the traveling public before embarking on all journeys. GPRTU National Task Force will be sent out to monitor and observe the compliance of these directives in order to curb the spread of the pandemic.
The union says drivers found flouting the COVID-19 safety protocols would be punished.
There's no bigger sanction to a driver than deny him the right of loading. And for a driver, a fine doesn't even work with him. When you fine, he'll pay. When the task force goes around and spots such a thing, that driver, first of all, will be denied the right to load for more than a month. Our constitution spells out for 1 month, 2 month, and 3 month suspension.